Okay, Alana, do you want to respond to anything that Sharice was saying in regards to the post? Did you ever find the post?
Yeah, she was about to read it.
Read it. Go ahead.
Okay. The post said, I remember I told, and they crossed it out, of course. I remember I told a nigga I was hungry and he sent me $20. Bruh, that's exactly why I'll never deal with another Indianapolis nigga. Y'all another type of broke and fake as fuck. Laughing my ass off. I don't even play them type of games with niggas for real.
Time out. I bet Tobias waiting on the link.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Go through this every week. Come on. It's the same link every time we log off and log back on. Literally the same meeting, password and everything. Watch, I get a text like, bro, let me back in, bro.
Yeah. So in response to it, I mean, in short, I think that she is a product of this culture and this generation. Mm-hmm. And that is a nuisance to me. Mm-hmm. I think that even the ending is just like, you sound stupid. Mm-hmm. I don't even play with niggas like that for real. Like, what are you talking about? How's this a game? What are you talking about? Shut up. Like, so that's my opinion of her. I think in general, the issue is just that, yeah, it's ungratefulness. It's this type that men are supposed to take care of you in a specific way. And that is without title. That is without entitlement to like who you are in his life. Like if you are not his wife, he is literally never entitled to take care of you. Like that's even as his girlfriend, and some people don't want to hear that, but even as his girlfriend, he is not required to put your needs before his. You love to see it, but it does not have to happen. And I think that the humility that you need to have to remember that takes a certain level of maturity that a lot of women just miss. And obviously the logic is, like you said, $20 is plenty. I in college make $20 last a week. If we're just talking about food, eat more humbly. Mm-hmm. That's what I have. Mm-hmm. You can't, no, you're not going to be able to go get a bunch of crab legs with this. Mm. But what you can get is a $1 burger and a small fry. Mm. And you can eat that 3 times a day. And and that's just the truth. And if we're talking about just nourishment, if we're talking about objectively being fed, you're fine with $20 until you get your paycheck. In which case, then we would be talking about you taking care of yourself, which should have been the first case. Mm. He signed up to help you because we all struggle at some point. Mm. But the only thing you should have had to say in response to that was thank you.
Mm. That's it.
You didn't have to.
Mm. That's it.
So that's how I feel. And if he were my cousin or brother, I would tell him not to talk to her no more.
Mm. Did she block him? I think in the post she said she blocked him, right?
Well, good. Yeah. He should block her back.
Yeah. my sisters would have been like, nah, let that one go.
He should block.
I got a question. Y'all block people?
Oh, yes.
He probably, but not really.
Yeah, I block people.
Yes.
Oh, you block?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've only blocked one person in my life.
I got a laundry list of people that I blocked.
Really?
I was blocking people like early. As soon as I found out on iPhone that you could block people, I was doing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I probably was blocked for like a week or so. He was like, what
you was blocked?
I'm saying you probably blocked me for like a week.
I got a friend. I was in his wedding. He was blocked until like maybe a week before his wedding. That I was in.
Why?
I don't play with my mental health. I don't play. And
like,
when I
gotta go.
Yeah, I'm like, man, and I'll tell you, I'm like, all right, man, I gotta block you. And it won't be anything personal. It won't be personal. I'm like, but like, I love you, man, but I can't deal with this. You gotta go.
We've never had that conversation.
Yeah, depending on the person, it might be like a time limit, or then there's some people like, yo, I never want to speak to you again, and there's no need for us to speak again. But I'm that type of person, and I know Sharice is gonna blame it on being a Pisces, but like, that's just what it is for me. It's like I know that I'm the person that like doesn't want anyone to leave his life. I'm the person that wants to keep everyone around, and you know what I mean, even ex-girlfriends or whatever. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta put you over here. You know what I mean? But I don't want you out of my life. But I'm like, I gotta block you for a while so I can get this stuff under control. You know what I mean? So it's beneficial a lot of times.
Yeah.
So yes, I love blocking people. It's important.
I've had the same number since I was in middle school, so I have to block people because
I have to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just change my number. Like I
know
people
for
who.
Me, it takes a lot for me to get to the point of blocking somebody. Like, and I mean, for me to say, and I think when it's, one, I know how to ignore certain exchanges, but I think also for me to be like, I literally cannot and will not ever have you speaking to me again, and you can disappear. Like that, I mean, there's literally just one person I could think of in my life that was ever in that position. So for me to block you, it's not just you annoy me. It's really, really bad. Like, it's really bad.
What Alana said. Because I feel like for me, I feel like I'm nice and easy going. And then so eventually sometimes people feel like they can keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And then I'll nicely be like, hey, stop. And they'll keep doing it and doing it and doing it until I get to the point where like, I feel like I'm out of character, or I'm like talking the way I don't talk, where I'm like, I don't know, like I might cuss, but I might be just super vulgar. And I'm just like, this isn't me, man. You taking me out of my good mental space, like Keith said. So I gotta like block you. It's nothing against you. It's for me though.
But I'm all in support.
It's for you. It's for you.
Yeah, I'm all in support of blocking toxic people. I'm just saying that's not a constant practice of mine. But I definitely in support of it.
It's always on like the side of my mind. I'm like, oh man, I might have to block you.
I can't wait till you say it again. So I can.
Not necessarily wait. I can't. It's not. I can't wait. It's more so like
I feel like
I know that it's in my holster. You know what I mean? Like it's in my.
And I will.
Yeah. Like I know that I have that. Like that's like a safety net for me. I'm like, oh snap. I don't have to deal with this.
That's what I was just about to say. I think that's what it seems like it feels like to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what it feels like to me.
And I am a proponent of people take care of their mental health. So I support the block ministry.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
I support it. Mm-hmm. Do it. What do you try to do? Back to
this post that Sharice was talking about. Y'all about to be mad at me. I'm about to be devil's advocate. What if? Because I'm tired of women, boy. What if she was thinking this way? Why'd he send me $20 instead of bringing me food?
But she called him broke.
Yes, I was about to say that's
okay. All right, I'm glad you brought that up.
What if he was at work? We could go on and on with that.
All right, if y'all don't want me to play devil's advocate,
no, I like it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's pretend. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Y'all ganged up on me. This is not even how I really feel. Let me just get it out. Devil's advocate. Now let's move on. It's cool.
Keith, as you were.
No, I'm not pouting. We just have an hour and a half.
Oh,
hey, at the end of this group chat, we gonna be like, hey, Keith, man, we was just joking. Why is this message not going through? Like,
no, you know what's crazy? I think I've been blocked as much as I have been blocked. I think I have been blocked as much as I have blocked. Almost.
Hey.
I don't think. Remember, you ever block someone and then or you ever been blocked and they're like the message turns green. Mm-hmm. So that's how you know that you've been blocked. I don't think they turn green anymore. I think they just stay blue.
They do? I don't know. I don't know if I've been blocked before. I do know when I blocked somebody, I sent them that last soliloquy of my feelings. I waited till it said delivered. And then I blocked them.
Oh, I don't do that. I'll block you mid soliloquy.
No, I sent it. No, I'm saying I was saying what I.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying I don't let it get to that point.
Oh, okay.
Once I see them bubbles, and I'm like, and my heart is racing. I'm like, oh, you trying to go in? Block. I blocked my daughter's mom, but
okay. I think, but I got, and that makes sense. I got.
You ain't about to go in. I got to unblock you because I care about my kids. So I'll block you the next day. But hold on. Whatever's the issue today going to be issue tomorrow. So block.
You send a soliloquy when you're not having a conversation. They're not looking at their phone to see if you're typing it.
Oh, you send a gorilla? You send a gorilla soliloquy?
We had not talked in weeks.
Oh, we ain't talking.
You waited weeks?
Like, you not expecting this.
Sent my soliloquy. It said delivered. Next screen, block.
So then now they gotta read it because they not expecting it. That's
it's not mid conversation.
That's deadly.
All right, I gotta be prepared for that.
That's deadly.
Like
that
is deadly.
You
thought it was over. You thought it was over. You in a whole different space. You thought you won the argument and all of that.
She says she waits weeks. You probably low key healed from that conversation a little bit.
You probably
came up with all
that's
types
not what
of
I
solutions.
do.
You probably smiling right now.
we weren't talking because we were no longer. There was no relationship. We weren't in conversation because there was no relationship. I blocked them because I decided, you know what? I don't need there to ever be any more relationship. I'm going to send my last thoughts and we're going to go ahead and slide.
I'm trying to figure out how to thwart that.
You can't.
You can't.
I think you might have something else to say. Blocked.
Sheesh.
No, you got to, if I know where you live, you got to pull up.
Home still thinking.
That's all I got. I got to pull up.
I just got to pull up.
See, okay.
You got me chopped, guys.
Okay,
you got me chopped.
I'm no longer Lonica, because earlier when we was talking about if that was my brother or cousin, my next conversation was I'll tell them not to talk to her and I'll tell them I'll fight her. But I didn't want Tobias to come on.
Tobias.
I didn't want Tobias to come in. See you, Lonica. See, now she said that.
I'm not saying it.
And I ain't one to pull
just
up.
Just to show you, Lonica, not having it.
I wasn't.
If a girl tells my brother, a man I care about, a friend, a close friend, if he likes her and he goes as far to send her money when he not to, and she responds like that,
she getting drop kicked.
Just tell me how much.
I'll say this:
it bothers you, because
I would like the young man to be a little bit more thoughtful next time. This might not have been the girl to do it for. I get it, but going forward, if she's saying that she's hungry. First of all, that's not how you ask. But
she didn't ask.
Oh, she didn't ask. Okay, she didn't ask. Okay, she's just the wrong person to deal with. So I don't want to use her as an example. But next time something like that occurs, you talking to a girl, whatever, or a woman, we dealing with women these days, and she's like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How you feeling? I'm feeling a little hungry or whatever. You got DoorDash on you got Grubhub, you got all of that type of stuff. Ask her what she's feeling like. And then if you got it to do it, ask her where she's at and then send some over. Do it like that. And that's more thought and just instead of sending $20. And that kind of like moves that out the way, right? So you don't just send her $20.
Right.
And she's like, you broke. You don't want to know how trash she is off rip. So just send her like, yo, how much is this meal going to cost and pay that price. Just do that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't completely, he wasn't at fault at all. I'm just saying, put a little bit more.
You are forgetting thoughtfulness. He didn't have to do shit.
It already proves that her intentions were elsewhere because
that's true.
$20 is enough to get food if you just want food. And I think she clearly wanted more to do more. So if you are intended thoughtful to be like, you know what, I'm not just going to send the money, I'm going to send you a meal. That is extremely thoughtful. And it just takes more creativity to do that. But I think that would have bothered her too.
Yeah,
you going to actually send me
the in that?
He actually sent me wings. Like she's trying to get her nails done.
Don't say you hungry, mommy. Don't say you hungry, baby girl. Say you trying to get your nails done.
Integrity is not a part of the way that this culture moves. So there's that.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
How about get your own nails done and get out my face?
Alicia Keys dropped an album, self-entitled.
Oh,
Alicia.
Oh.
Did you all listen to it? Judging by Alana's face, she listened to it.
I haven't listened to it yet.
No, she said no, she didn't. None of y'all listened to it?
No.
So sorry.
I haven't listened to one song.
Okay.
I remember.
It shall be in upon further review.
I'm about to review it right now.
Oh, go off, Keith. Let me hear something.
Okay, he gonna let us know, yay or nay.
Okay, upon first listen. Hold on, Tobias. Hold on.
Yeah.
Upon first listen, I didn't really appreciate it. I was very upset at it. I'm like, how you gonna name an album after yourself and it sound nothing like you?
Mm-hmm.
How? And then I realized that I had it on shuffle. I listened to it a second time, all the way through. It's a good album. It's not great. I want her to stay, like that conversation that we were getting ready to have about Patti LaBelle last week that we didn't have because I respect my elders, is the same issue that we have with Alicia maybe 30 years, maybe 40 years before Patti LaBelle. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily the tone, it's there are notes that you can't reach convincingly now. I mean, it was a struggle, respectfully, it was a struggle early on. You absolutely cannot pull this off now. Right? And there are songs where you could tell that she did like one or two takes and felt like this right here is good enough because I want it to feel raw and I want it to feel real. It's about 5 of those tracks and I'm tired of hearing that from her. I'm tired of her. There needs to be an engineer in there. There needs to be somebody in there other than Swizz Beatz to say, that's a good take, let's keep it moving. I don't know if he's in there, but I'm assuming someone that has an affinity towards her, that won't tell her the truth, is in that recording studio with her. Listen, you need to do that over. I got you. You need to do that over. And so there's about 5 of those songs. The songs where she's coasting now, like where a lot of music is being taken right now. The song that she has with Khalid is great. The song that she has with Miguel is great. So songs where she's not doing too much, songs when she's not trying to reach diary of that diary status or songs in A minor status anymore. It's like, fam, you gotta live here in this space now. But other than that, there was a few songs that surprised me a little, a few songs that are like kind of groovy that you would like to have in the back of like a chill, like a dinner party or something like that. I do appreciate those, but so Tobias, 2.5. 2.5 out of 5, 2.5.
I was gonna say out of 5.
Yeah, I figured he meant out of 5. Okay, I'll check it out. And
it's worth a listen.
Yeah,
it's worth 2 listens. Like if you haven't figured it out, listen again, and then you like. I listen. I don't listen to music like that. I don't listen to music like, okay, well, I like it and I don't like it. I'm like, if someone is an artist, which I respect Alicia Keys as, you got to give it a few listens to see what they going for.
Yeah, because sometimes.
But I don't think she should have called it Alicia. I don't. Like, you told us nothing about yourself. The first song out the gate, music, what is it? Love is Truth or something like that. Beautiful song.
I thought she said this was supposed to be like a personal album.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Nothing about herself?
I mean, I didn't learn anything. I learned she still ain't got it.
Hello, good evening.
Truth with...
that was my question. Like, what vocal, like, what were we looking for from Alicia vocally? Like,
I'm not looking for anything anymore.
When were you?
When was I? You saying like okay, I understand what you're saying. You're saying, when did we ever view Alicia Keys as this vocal beast?
Right.
We did. There was a time. When? Not a beast, but someone that could hit certain notes convincingly. Album 1 and 2.
But what notes? Give me the song.
What song?
Give me a song where she's like, where vocally it's like, dang, yeah, she did that.
I'm okay.
It ain't no one.
Your secrets are safe with me. Safe.
Oh, okay.
Me. Yeah, that one is. That one is. What is it like? We gotta get.
She closed through that a little.
I said you sound like her background singer who outsang her on that.
I love him. He won The Voice.
Oh man,
oh, he did.
He won The Voice.
But the key you're singing is.
I'm like, wasn't she out singing it? Like,
what did Alana say?
A horrible pick.
I said the key you were singing in is closer to the key he sang it in than what she sang it in. So what you were saying.
That's the other thing. Stop being under the note, Alicia.
Why are we okay? Can I speak?
I feel like Alicia plays it safe every time. Like I'm like, she plays.
No, she be taking risks. She be taking risks, Sha. She be taking risks with some notes. She be stepping out on the ledge with a lot of these notes.
She'll take it up and bring it right back down. Like you be like, oh, all right.
But she'll do it. I'm like, you're not there. It's amazing to me. How does someone who plays the piano not know when they don't hit the right key? And your last name is Keys.
Yo,
it's beyond me.
Man, listen.
I'm listening.
I've been saying for a very long time, I don't know how Alicia Keys is so pitchy and she's the one playing the note. I've never understood that. It's like you're playing.
Why she can't hear herself over her playing?
Playing B flat. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Either match yourself. Either way, like bring your voice down or bring the key up. I don't know. I just don't. I never understood that. It's baffling. Actually, that's a skill. That's not a skill. Mastering multitasking. That is.
I'm a play the right key, but I'm gonna sing what I want.
I'm gonna play B flat. It's B flat for you.
Watch this.
But I'm playing C sharp. I like C sharp. So I mean, you said first 2 albums, and what I will say is Alicia Keys' first album is amazing. But I think that even at that age, I still knew. I don't think I've ever like spoken of her as like vocally anything to talk about.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
At the most, she was average.
That's not what I'm saying. No. It was never about her being able to really sing. It was you still like we didn't have the Alicia that we have now. Like she wasn't doing this girl is on fire.
I hate that song.
This girl is on fire. She wasn't doing that.
I hate that song.
It's like,
is that worse than No One? Is that song worse than No One? Because that's comparable.
They're both there. They're both like, what is happening? No one.
She doesn't even actually.
I like that song.
I'm not gonna rap on them.
You like No One?
I like No One. I like the lyrics. The lyrics really get me. I
was making sure you wasn't talking about This Girl's on Fire. I remember one time I told Keith it was about a girl. I told him it was about her having an STD, and Keith was like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Okay."
Tobias, what?
No more. I told Keith that song was about her having an STD.
I heard.
Why you let him repeat it?
I heard you. Where do you come up with this stuff?
Oh, lyrics. Oh man.
Okay.
Tobias got to chill. Man.
I'm just saying. I think All I'm saying is those first two albums, you didn't have. I'm not saying that we looked at her as like this vocal beast. So if I said that, I don't mean that. I take that back. What I'm saying is, I feel like once she hit a certain status or whatever, like I feel like people weren't being honest with her.
Okay.
Like just like the whole Beyonce thing. This is a whole nother can of worms. There are some albums, not albums, there are some movies in which I feel Beyonce does well in.
Like what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Like what?
Movies? Like
Acting?
I said it's a whole nother can of worms.
Beyonce Giselle?
Nope.
Yeah. Why did everybody react like that?
Like what?
Be terrible.
Like what? The music video?
Oh, yup.
As a dancer? Like portraying a dancer? What is she?
Anyway, Keith, what's the movie? I asked you nicely for the movie.
oh yeah.
First of all,
Who? What movie? Glitter? No,
I don't want to talk about this. I'm not prepared for this conversation.
But you was prepared for that statement, though. Lord.
I was, but because I thought y'all was gonna let me get it off.
No.
All right. Well, Kanye West is on a mission to get every artist their masters.
Praise God.
You go off, Kanye. Do what's good for you, brother.
At this point, Kanye is the kid in the class that you just you support because you want them to do something, and as long as they are not directly hurting themselves or others, you just say, okay, Kanye. And you know what? In the heart of hearts, getting everybody their masters is a good thing. You just don't overthink it anymore. Just don't even overthink it. Is good and get masters a good thing? Yes. Then praise God.
You just put the picture on the refrigerator with the rest of them.
Hang Kanye's picture, and he's gonna make one every day.
Look.
Hang his picture.
Look.
He's going to keep drawing a blue circle. He's gonna keep drawing a blue circle. Hang it up. Pick your battles. With Kanye, pick your battles. Now, him and Joe
Kanye
walking on water, that's a problem.
Yeah, I still didn't see that. That sounds awful.
See, this is your topic.
All right, so
it was like double dutch. I saw it in your eyes. I was like, he's trying to figure out where to get in at.
For me,
but yeah,
I think I think the idea of everybody having their masters is good on paper. I feel like
Alana said.
Yeah, like it's a good idea. Realistically, will that happen? I don't think so. I feel like Kanye needs like somebody, just like how you said. I feel like Kanye has too many yes men around him. Like there's a lot of albums that I've been like, yo, like what was that dude? Rhymefest? Rhymefest has even said it. Like when Kanye was putting out that Pablo album. He said he left the studio and when Kanye said one line that he was just like, bro, this is too far. And he said when he noticed everybody was cheering Kanye on, he was like, okay, I gotta go. And he said he just left for his own mental being. And I feel like that's what's going on. Like other artists have like media training and all this other stuff, and Kanye's just saying what comes to his mind, and it's like, hey, bro, chill. Like you don't need, like somebody needs to take his phone. Like sometimes when I say stuff, my sister's like, message me and be like, hey, Tobias, give me your phone. And I'll be like, oh, okay, my bad. Like I say something that I think is funny on Instagram or yeah, like I'm crazy. But even I know, but the thing is I know, like I'm like, oh, this is crazy, but it's funny to me. So I'm gonna say, but I feel like Kanye thinks like this is genius and y'all need to know. And people are like, no, man. So on paper, I think everybody should have their masters. I feel like we all know everybody's getting screwed by the music industry. Joe Budden, like, finally like gonna do his own thing and all this stuff is popping up about him. Coincidence? I think not. I am one of those people that like, I don't say I read too much into conspiracy theories, but I do feel like it's sometimes crazy how like an artist is like, they challenge the music industry, then they die or they go missing or they are labeled insane all of a sudden. And so hell, I feel like that's what happened with Chappelle a little bit. Like when he tried to buck against the TV industry, and then all of a sudden he's like, he's crazy, he's on drugs and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like the downside though is Kanye does have a mental problem, and so then when somebody says he's crazy, he makes it hard for us to be like, no, you're not, because then he'll say something and you're just like, come on, man, like we want to root for you, bro, but you keep doing stuff that make it hard. Like, you keep saying stuff that make it hard, man, and it's like, yeah, I personally think like we live in a great era for musicians. Like we have these people that are doing stuff independently because of Instagram, Facebook, social media. So I feel like if Kanye wanted to start a new avenue where maybe he started like, I don't know, making sure artists going forward had their masters, but trying to go back and do it, I don't think that's a good way to go.
Lon, who used to host this show, shout out to Lon. I asked him to join us for this segment. He turned me down, but he said, but he sent out a list of his thoughts on it. He's very adamant about his podcast hiatus. I don't know what we did to him, but he's very adamant about it. But he did send a list of his thoughts on it. I asked Lon specifically because Lon has a degree in the music business, like literally whatever the name of the degree is, but like that's his thing. Tour manager, all of that type of stuff. Lon is amazing. So shout out to Lon. His Kanye breakdown. I'm gonna give you the bullet points because that's all there are. Here's bullet points. Kanye wants to buy back his masters, but can't seem to get to the bottom of how much they're worth and who has that info. He says he's seeking freedom for artists and creatives that are in convoluted contracts. Like that's crazy for one artist. Imagine you taking on all of the artists, like T is saying.
Also, take care of home if you can't get your own message.
More on that, and let's talk about it right now. I think Kanye West it's really his fight for himself, but in order for people to help champion it, it's, well, I'm doing this for all of us. It's like, no, you're doing this for you. And history has shown that you're very self-serving. This ain't for everybody. This is for Kanye, Omari West.
A word.
Kanye and Omari both mean king, by the way, which is dope. There's been a recent push for creatives to get their fair share of the market, a market that would not exist without the creative themselves, a market that seemingly has taken advantage of the creative for quite some time. Also, he said, we still don't know how to make a stream. We still don't know how much a stream is worth and how they come up with that valuation.
That's true.
Most artists live off live performances and endorsements, a lucky few. And since COVID, if you haven't flipped some immaculate investments, many of them have been cash strapped and in many instances had to lay off staff because of lack of cash flow. Cash flow that owning your masters would generate. So that was like one of the things. If I own my masters, then I would be able to pay for this, that, and the third. So Mr. West is taking it upon himself to rally the industry to bring clarity and transparency to the way contracts and or publishing agreements are done and shift the narrative of artists being taken advantage of. He posted all his contracts on Twitter, which is wild.
That is wild. Can you legally do that?
I think I need to get back on Twitter.
I feel like
I'm not on Twitter
the
either.
king of doing things the wrong way. Nothing about what he's saying or if his intent were pure is wrong. It's Twitter, Kanye. How is that at the least the most professional way? If we're serious about doing something that is binding, how is that the most professional way to? And you think we about to go through all these tweets to read your contract?
This is Lon sent these crazy tweets that Kanye posted. We don't have time to read them all, but thank you, Lon, for your efforts, man. For real. This is very helpful. He posted all his contracts on Twitter, which is wild. Some artists have no ownership of their masters, and I was add to that, make an addendum to that. Most artists don't have ownership of their masters, while some have partial. There are few rare cases where artists have complete ownership of their masters. Not every artist needs to own their masters. It's all me and him. We argued about this. Not argued. I seceded because I'm like, you got the degree. It's all subjective, but the goal seems to be clarity and fairness in the way business is done. I.e., Mace. Got some words for Mace. Mace having to wait until he's 50 to get his master's /pub from Diddy, essentially not being able to own someone's masters and publishing for 30 years, even after you've recouped.
Well, Mace will be 50 tomorrow, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, he did.
He at least 48.
Hey Siri, how old is Mace?
You'll need to
you gotta unlock your phone for me to figure that out. Oh my gosh.
I remember the time.
She looking up somebody in my contacts. I don't know how old Lenny Mace is.
He's 43.
Okay.
He's 43. He only got 7 years. He preached for another 7.
Is he still preaching? I thought they kicked him out after he beefed with 50 Cent.
That's our one church.
They was on 50 side. They was like, no, we heard this track, man.
That's one church. Got no more hustle.
If you tired of being kicked out of churches for beefing with 50 Cent, come on over to Death Row.
He's still Mace. And somebody somewhere is still attracted to his influence just because he's Mace.
Mm-hmm.
Mace will be fine. He'll be all right. If all else fails, you go back to G Unit.
My good friend.
We can't. 50 forgot about G Unit.
Oh, yeah. 50 ain't doing music no more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he can get a role.
He found the bigger bag.
He can go on G Unit Productions and get a role on the show.
Yeah, he on Stars now.
Pretty much.
He on every network right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think a lot of people understand what companies or record companies having your masters means to the record company. It doesn't profit the record company for you to own your masters. So why would they give it up? And anyone that doesn't know, being on a record label is a loan. It is a loan. And that is how you have to see it. That's why you got to look at the Chance the Rappers and look at their blueprint and, and people like that. Or I'll say Master P's, even though, he was like a subsidiary of like Universal or whatever. Like you got to look at people like the Cash Moneys and never mind.
Not the Cash Money.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, definitely.
Toby.
TMC. You got to look at that. You got to look at maybe even TDE maybe. Why are you saying slave names? What you say?
Toby, I can't. I don't know how to say his last name.
Toby.
Try Jesus. Yeah, Toby and Fat. They do it all on their own.
That's all I have to say about that. I mean, I have more to say about that, but we don't have time. We'll be back. We'll be right back after these. I don't know if they're messages. We'll be right back. Tobias, just log in with the same link, brother.
I tried last time. It was not working. Okay,
Tobias.